Hello and welcome to another replay analysis, guys. We are going to be doing an analysis on a Champ 3 here, Big Cat, and the rest of this lobby is actually GC1. So Big Cat playing up a rank here with the other three players in this lobby. 2v2. Let's get into it and see what you can do better. Right now I'm streaming on Twitch, so if you guys want to come and see me do some videos live, then make sure you hop in here whenever you see this or the day after. Streaming quite a lot of the time nowadays. Most days I'm streaming. Sometimes taking a break here and there. It isn't your fault that you get outplayed there. Your teammate just pops that over you, so it's okay. This is a good position. I like that you go for that ball, speed it up. Teammate could have wrapped around that one, maybe got an open net there. My chat isn't a fan of your card design. I like that. That's really good. Take it low. No mistakes so far. Nothing really to pick up on. Someone says it goes to the corner, so his teammate did a good play. Not really. It took the ball past him when they had an attacking opportunity with the opponent's overcommit, and he's on about the touch over you, I assume. Nice demo. You can go for another bump here, but should back off now. This is good. Go for mid boost. Nice. Nice. Good single jump. Make sure you're not flipping into that ball and wasting your position, potentially. Obviously, here, we need to make a faster decision. Do we want to pop it into the side wall like you do here, or you want to roll it up the wall? I think you meant to roll it up the wall, and it didn't just, it just didn't quite come off. But if you do want to pop this into the side wall, then dribble, then you need to, wrap around the ball and actually make a faster decision. We seem to be caught in two decisions there, but I think you also just missed your touch. I think you're fine there. Okay, this ball is like, there's no point. This is fine. There's no point going for this because obviously Stinky's going to get a touch into the corner. Like, we can see that, right? And if we can't see that, then we should be presuming it. If we're here, or assuming it, sorry, if we're here, you can see there's two people back. This ball's never going to get over two. And even if you did, even if nobody was up for this ball, if it goes off the backboard, you're jumping at a weird angle anyway. You're probably not even going to get the shot off there. So, no point going for that. Nice bump attempt. I like it. Challenge a little bit risky with them moving forward. Almost connected with the bump. I think, again, you're just getting caught in two mindsets. You're in one mindset of wanting to go back and another mindset of pressuring the ball and shooting here. You've got to make a quicker decision. I think either decision is fine, but if you do make the decision to turn and go for the shot off the pass, you have to realize that your teammate has just hit the ball. He's going to be in the air for a while, which means that he's slow to recover. And if you get beat, then both you get beat. No one's getting back for this. So if you turn and go for this ball, you have to really make a fast decision and absolutely stick to it and just go, which we don't do here. We kind of just, half boost and then half go, and it's a bit slow. Luckily it hits the post, so we don't actually concede, but that should have been a goal there. Nice boost path in. This is good. Yeah, quick rant for 10 seconds, because obviously in these replays, whenever you watch other people play, guys, the gameplay looks a lot slower, but I guarantee that this guy is better than 90% of chat. Whenever I do, replay analysis in the comments or in the YouTube video or the comments on the Twitch chat, it's always like, oh, I'm so much better than this guy. You don't realize how, slow you are or how, bad everyone is until you watch replays. Don't assume that you're good because you're not, chat. This is fine. It's okay here, actually, because we have a teammate behind us. I think you can be a little bit more careful. You have to be aware that he could go for this ball. If he's going to beat you, just turn back. And if you do go for this ball, make sure you double jump and not flip, because you can just get beat. If that's on target, it could be awkward. It still is awkward because our teammate misses. Oh my god, we bumped him into the save, so we take that. I like this challenge. I know it's something small, right, but going just for the bump, I mean, that bump looked like it should have connected, and you get a little bit of a touch on him underneath his car, which makes him awkward. It gives you and your teammate a little bit of time to recover here. Teammate dives in the corner twice. He does a good job to get them off the ball. That's fine. Teammate gets dunked. Let's see what you could have done differently here. Perhaps not diving here. I know it's like, the thing is, right, I said it was fine the first time, but now we look back at it, looking back at it again, perhaps it's not fine. You go for this ball and you cover in the net. When a shot opportunity isn't really on for Stinky here, he can't really wrap around and shoot this ball at any dangerous position. So there's no point jumping for this. You know, the most dangerous option for you to deal with here is actually him simply getting a touch and taking it and creating an angle, and then looking at the goal with this angle here. If you look at it, and that's exactly what he tries to do. He tries to take it low, and he sees you moving forward, and he kind of uses your car as a bit of a, you know, helping aid here. He just 50s it with you, and that's going to pinch into the wall and allow him to go again. And of course, we could blame your teammate. He got a terrible 50 and a little bit, you know, trying to get the ball over Stinky too much from your teammate here. But I think you put him in a bit of an awkward position by going for this ball. You have to realize that your teammate's still in the air. You know, when your teammate takes a 50 and he's flipped, he's not, you know, back in that straight away. So we've got to be careful with diving, you know, ourselves as well. It's fine for one of us to dive, but only in some circumstances it's okay for both of us to dive, and we can't take both of us out of the play here, and we get scored on. Yeah. That's a good cheat. See what you do here. Okay. So obviously you're scared of the challenge, which I don't mind. I'd rather you go for this ball and him not challenge than you not going for the ball and him challenging you and getting an open net, right? It's always better to just play the safe option. So I like the pop attempt if he, you know, in case he does go for the ball. But I do want to present like an idea to you that you have, you know, you obviously want to control the ball, but you obviously want to make sure that he doesn't get a challenge in and you concede from it. So the best way to do this is actually jump in here, which will force the orange player to not challenge because he's seen you jump. But instead, don't actually go for the ball, just go back down. Don't flip, just jump and let your car go back down, and you can catch the ball again. And that way you won't give away possession, and you'll also fake that orange player to go back and give you a bit of space. This is a terrible challenge. So you have to, well, we're on low boost, right? I mean, we know why this is a bad challenge. We just got to, I need you to work on like understanding when your teammate is out of play, and when, you know, that's going to be, when your teammate's out of play, it's more risky for you to go for the ball. Everyone knows that. It's simple. But, you know, we're not giving our teammate time here in a couple of these plays. Like in, you know, the first goal, actually, if we look back here, one of the main reasons we concede here, sorry, not all the way back here. It's right, where is it? It's right here. One of the main reasons we concede here is because we don't give our teammate time to recover. You know, he's just gone off the backboard and he's floating. Look at your teammate. He's floating in the air. He can't recover yet. And we cut his time down by instantly going for this ball. And now, because we've gone for this ball and you're at the play, he now has to land and quickly go for this ball. Perhaps he could have faked challenge and done a better job himself, but, you know, we're shortening his time down and we're making it difficult for our teammate to play in some of these situations. Again, in this goal, our teammate can't have, he doesn't have time to recover. You know, we make this play, could have done better, whatever, it's okay though. Teammate gets a good challenge. Now give him time to recover, don't go for the ball instantly. You know, yes, it might be awkward for you, but get back, get boost, grab a few pads and make the save, because that shot's not going to come, you know, any higher or harder than Stinky hits it there. He can't really get too good of a shot. Let him give the ball to you, don't just make it easy. Sometimes you're making it easy for your opponents to get the ball around you by almost diving. You're allowing them to use your car as an advantage, really. Good kickoff. You should play for the corner boost, well done. Nice low 50, that's fine. Nice, that's okay. I mean, We don't get the greatest recovery, but I don't mind you going for this because I like the idea. Of course, if you like control your card a bit better and land and turn with this ball, you probably get a look on like an angle on the net, but it doesn't come off. That's okay. Let's see what we go for here. I think you go for a flip set. It could be again just going for, you know, I mean, I think you go for a flip set, so I'm not going to talk about it, but it also looked like you got a little bit confused whether you should flip set or air dribble and went for a bit of both. But if you just mess up the flip, that's okay. You can work on that. That's just mechanics. Nice, that's fine. Good challenge. Okay, you need to work on your challenges, absolutely, because you have to realize that there's just certain things that, you know, dictate whether you can challenge a ball or can't. If your idea here is to get him off the ball and you think, oh, I've done a good job, I've got him off the ball, but really he's probably got himself off the ball anyway, because can he carry on with this hit after he touches the ball? He gets a very hard hit. He can't instantly get to the corner and follow up on it. He's going to be out to play for a bit. Your teammate should be able to just get this ball, or at least, yeah, force a touch out. So this challenge here could be a bit risky because we take ourselves out to play again. I mean, he's going to boom that ball anyway, especially if you just drive up to the ball. Just drive up to the ball here. Don't challenge and just leave and go back. You know, grab boost, grab some small pads. Don't challenge there. This is Champ 3 and Grand Champ 1, chat. If it's missable, that's okay, it happens. No point talking about that because we know we hit that ball 9 times out of 10. Nice low 50 or low fake. Either one would have worked there. Good attempt on speeding the ball up, just lost control a little bit here, that's okay. Again, no point talking about too many mechanical issues, we can just improve on that, of course, using free play. 1v1's always good. Nice, let your teammate move forward. Good hit. Good effort. Need to work on just being more confident, I think, as a player. Like, choosing one it's difficult. It's difficult to improve, right? But the way you improve this is simply by, it's like a mindset, just going into your games and going, I'm going to make a decision, I'm going to stick to it like 100% of the time, right? Like, you can't just kind of get caught between two different things here. It seems like some of these balls you're hesitating, or you're like, oh, should I go for this or should I go for this? And by the time you've thought about it, you should have already made your decision and almost executed the play already, and then you still decided, and then you go for a little bit of both. Here, I don't think you can go for like two things. It's just that you're a bit hesitant. You almost like slow down here if you look, and you just kind of like jump at the wrong angle as well. This is okay. Like I said, it's mechanical errors. These are fine to fix. It just takes, you know, more playing time. Good play from your teammate. But yeah, we do want to be scoring those at this rank. Kickoff is very bad, to put it bluntly. Again, don't need to talk about it too much. The person who wins, like a short kickoff tutorial, the person who wins the kickoff is simply the person who has their car on the ball for a longer period of time. And that's how 50s work, usually. Now, if you involve like momentum, but kickoffs are even momentum, so you don't have to talk about speed, because both cars are going at the same speed. With 50s, if there is a player that is going at a faster speed, then sometimes it can manipulate the 50 a bit more. But usually the most basic like explanation of 50-50s and kickoffs is the person who puts their car through the ball for the longest period of time and has the most touches throughout the 50 will win. It's all about like, it's just like how much car are you getting on the ball. I know it sounds stupid, but it's simple really. And that forces a kickoff goal. Of course, like I said, if we just want to win this kickoff or do better, you could front flip here and get a good kickoff. But obviously, if we look, you know, everyone knows what went wrong with this kickoff. We don't have to go into it too much detail. But for those that, you know, that don't quite understand this, he flips past the ball almost. So Big Cat here, he gets one touch on the ball. Look, one touch, maybe two. And this guy gets so much of his car through the ball, he's inevitably going to get more touches and he's going to get the last hit. That's very important as well. He's going to get the last hit. And that's going to dictate where the ball's going. It goes forwards because his front flip, if he side flipped, it would have gone this way. But he front flipped. So it's going this way and it's a goal. The entire side. Yeah, exactly, Sirpuff. That's why you won that 50 in that game. It's because you just pushed your car through the ball. Absolutely, yeah. Good control. Good control. You can now leave this ball. Look, everyone doesn't realize that, like, you can drive your car. I know it sounds stupid, right? But we can drive, right? So, look, this ball is here. Because our car is here, it doesn't mean that we have to make a touch. If you, look, I know it sounds stupid. If you drive down the wall, your teammate is first that ball. This guy isn't first. And if he is first, bump him. And now your teammate has a free ball here. What I'm saying is, this ball's going towards your teammate who probably has a free touch. I know he's facing this way, but he can see that you're going to miss and he can go around as long as you just move out early. This touch just doesn't really do much. Almost helps the other team and they can move forward. Luckily, we get an extra couple touches and almost a bump, so we are okay in the end here. But avoid making touches in the corner that make your team more awkward, because the corners are difficult places to play the ball. Sometimes it's not even worth touching the ball in the corner. Letting our teammate behind us go for it. They have a better angle. Got to work on our 50s and our challenges. The main thing of this replay is 50s and challenges. We concede like 3 goals off of, sorry, 3 goals, well, 1 goal off of 50, which is the kickoff. No, sorry, 2 goals because we just concede here. We concede 2 goals off of 50s and 2 goals off of challenges. And that's only, that's the only way we concede. Our opponents haven't outplayed us at all in this game. We've given them a lot of these goals. So here, like, why do we lose this 50? I mean, we're going at an angle where the ball's going away from us. We can't get more than 1 touch through this 50, and he gets the last hit. So he's always going to win this. We only get 1 touch. He only gets 1 touch, but the difference is he gets the last hit. And he's going at a much better angle of the ball. He's covering more, options of the ball here. He's covering more of the ball, to put it like simple, right? You aren't. You're just hitting it almost. What should you do better? Delay your challenge. Drive alongside the ball until your car is almost in line with the center of the ball and then flip. And then you'll get a way better challenge. If you drove here and didn't jump and now contact the ball, here and get your car through the center of the ball, you win that 50 to the side, grab the boost, and you can go again. This is such a good position to be in as long as you know how to play it, because you can take this player out so easily with a 50 and into this boost, and then you have a 1v1, right? So just, you got to work on those a little bit. I think you got to play 1v1, and play 1v1 with the aim to, win every 50. It doesn't matter if you win the game. Just play for those 50s. Obviously, if you haven't opened that, don't wait for your opponent to get back and 50 them. But, every 50 opportunity you get, take it, and you'll lose. You'll lose 50s, and you'll lose games, and you'll win 50s, and you'll probably still lose games, and you'll learn how to manipulate 50s and use it to your advantage, and you might start winning a few. It's you've got to put yourself in those situations to actually practice it, right? Last 10 seconds of the game doesn't look like we're going to be able to do too much. We actually do get a goal. That one sneaks through. Obviously, this is a mistake, though. I know it's a goal, but it shouldn't have been a goal. So we're going to talk about it. This hit over air roll. Every low rank and even everyone in the game. I know no one, like, air roll is such a weird thing, and shooting is such a weird thing. Is that, like, everyone over air rolls on shots? I think, like, everyone try going into your ranked games and just don't air roll for a shot, or air roll like the most minimum, like just the smallest amount. I promise you, your shooting will get better. I promise you. Just turn into the ball. Don't air roll. Just turn into the ball, and your shooting will get way better. Simplify your shooting. It's so much easier. I learned that like this season. It's just so much easier. Everyone overcomplicates shooting. Okay, we've conceded. Okay, that should have been a goal. We've conceded 4 goals, pretty much 5 goals. This should have been a goal off of like challenges and 50s. Of course, this was a bad 50 from your teammate. I don't want to talk about it too much because your cheat is fine. Your follow-up is fine because there's 5 seconds on the clock. You're a goal down. You need like an aggressive kickoff. Just a bad 50 from your teammate. So this game was winnable. I mean, we just lost off of our own mistakes. The big one, I'm not even going to talk about anything else. The big one's 50-50s and challenges. I mean, we just conceded like 4 goals off of them. we would have won this game if yeah, no, the cheat is fine, guys. The cheat is fine because it's free fall with 5 seconds left. I'm not concerned about that. I'm not concerned about this play in general because you have to be aggressive. Usually in the last 10 seconds, mistakes don't matter when you're a goal down because you have to play over aggressive. You have to, you know, force your own play really. So what was I saying? You know, 50s and challenges. You know, work on your challenges. They'll make you get way more possession. And your gameplay is mostly fine. Of course, you can improve mechanically. Your position is pretty good for your rank, and your rotations are pretty solid. It just comes down to when you're on the ball mechanically, perhaps a little bit. You know, you could improve on that sometimes. And you've got to. I really want to see you play 1v1. I think this will improve your game so much. Like I know I say it to you especially a lot, but you have to play 1v1. You'll improve your mechanics and you'll improve your challenge in the 50s. Like 1v1 is the game mode that has everything in it that you need to improve on. You know, every 1v1 player or most 1v1 players have good mechanics and good 50-50s. That's the two main things. So like, and that's the two things that you're struggling on a little bit. So play more 1v1, please. It'll improve you a lot. I rate the car though, so keep using it. But if you have any questions, Kat, then message me, of course. If you have any, you know, questions about what I was explaining or, you know, questions about maybe something I missed, you can message me. But for now, I'll leave it there, guys. If you enjoyed that replay analysis, make sure you leave a like and subscribe on the channel. It helps a lot. I'll see you in the next one.